We have a lot to discuss in this episode. I'm guessing they're doing what they did last part of Mushoku Tensei Season 1, where they're doing 4 episodes per volume. Right now, we're still on Volume 4 of the light novels. In the next episode, which is episode 4, will be the ending to Volume 4. It will be into Volume 5, a very emotional volume. I know how they're going to split Volume 5. I'm very interested in seeing how they're going to do it, but can't wait. But a lot of key characters showed up in this episode. A lot of key characters, man. From within the village, and even with the scene that happens at the end of the episode. A lot of key characters that have a major impact on Rudius and the world that he lives in itself. Even the future beyond the series, I tell you. You will be shocked for you anime-only watchers, for I, the Madcrown, knows all of Mushoku Tensei. Now, I love the narration. Rudius has an amazing narration. He's just talking, explaining. It's always interesting listening to him talk, even if it's just him just inside a prison and saying how it's just rent-free despite how crappy it is. Might have some bugs on it. You gotta poop in public, you're butt naked, they throw cold water at you, calling you disgusting and deviant, but it's rent-free, baby. That's the millennial dream. Well, anyways, he stays in the prison for an entire week, and then we hear a new opening. Like, we already got a new opening song. Well, it's not opening, but it's just a song for the entrance, I guess. And with that being said, it's nice. I always do enjoy the relaxing music that's playing in the openings of Mushoku Tensei. It shows a theme of the village they lives in, the Beast Village. And it's amazing how each place they go to has its own theme, its own settling. It doesn't feel like you're going to the same old place. Everything has that feeling to it. You know how demons left, like, second-rate citizens towards the humans. Then again, you had Rudius Village, was like open fields and grass and country bumpkins. And Ares area was like populated cities and shops. And then now you have this Beast Village, it's like a jungle and stuff. They live on the canopies. They pretty much stay up, on high. Probably keep from the danger from down below. So the culture within Mushoku Tensei truly shines even within the anime, which is spectacular. Now, we get ourselves introduced a new character, a guy named Geese. Geese. When I say this dude is a key role character, he is a key role character now. I ain't spoiling nothing, but all I'm saying is this, and only this. Geese will be there at the right place at the right time for a reason. That's all I'm saying. He's always at the right place at the right time for a reason and stuff. Whether he knows it or not, he's just there, man. But anyways, he makes a new friend, Geese, and they're playing a thing where Rui's the senpai, the boss, and as he's been there longer, and Geese just in there. And then, as they get to know each other, the villagers get attacked. Turns out this guy that they knew is actually a North Saint fighter, the North God style. Remember, there are 3 styles of sword fighting within this world. There is the sword god fighting style, which is very offensive, direct, go by body emotion. Then there's the water god, which is all about defense and counter. And then there's the North god. North god is pretty much kind of like sword god, but without that main practice, but you add your own spin to it. Trickery, pretty much. North god is like you're a cheater. You do anything to win. You create your own style with North God in a way. You can throw your sword. You can toss it. You can do trickery. You throw dirt in people's face. You can, in a way, Eris herself can also do North God if she wanted to. But she also doesn't play fair by the sword, and she was even fighting Richard in sparring. She'll use any trick to win as well, because that's the main point of battle, is to win over your opponent. But with Sword God, you just use sword and sword alone. But with North God, which is very close to Sword God, but you do more than just sword. You can use flames. You can use water. You can use whatever you want to win. That's pretty much Northgard style is. Trickery, freestyle, streets style. Now, with that being said, you see the horror of a raid. And like I said, most animes, when it comes to hostage situations and people raiding villages, you only see the after effects or just a little terrible montage. But this one, it shows, people getting stabbed, girls getting filled up on, just terrible things happening to these villagers as they're being attacked. And even though Rudius and Geese decided to stay, even despite how they were wrongly treated, well, mainly Rudius, they decided to stay and help. Like, hey, don't owe me one. But even when things were going their way, when the dude that showed up, he called himself the cleaner, and you can see why he's the cleaner. The dude isn't just a guy who just uses tricks. He is very strong. He is skilled. And not only this is because he was skilled, they displayed this, but also displayed, despite Rudius having great powers, he is still beatable. He could not beat this guy on his own. Heck, he barely made it. He passed out, for crying out loud. It showed that in this world, no matter how much magical power you have, there's always someone going to be stronger than you, whether it's by skill, by intelligence, by strength, by power, by advantage. No matter what, anyone can win at any kind of fight. Because you win one fight against someone doesn't mean you can win the next fight against them. It varies. It really does. You'll never know, which is the beauty of fighting, So Rudius may have all these cool magical powers, but it means nothing because he even uses his eye, and he was still losing against this guy. This guy was very, very talented. So Rudius just didn't really stand a chance. Thankfully, he had the dog. Once again, the dog shows up. The sacred beast, who also has an important role to play within the story, shows up and helps him out. And then they finally take him down. But it causes Rudius, to fall out. Everything comes to the village, just all happy. And the calm, the ironic scene they did of everything. Yeah, I can't wait to tell grandfather, and grandfather is there. He's being blamed. When certain things happen, you see, people are very jealous of CEO businesses and wondering, hey, why do a CEO, when they leave, they get paid tons of money? Tons of money when they leave. How come? That's unfair. The reason is because they're the ones whose head is always on the line when things go wrong. When something goes wrong, people like someone to blame, even if it's not their fault. People always want something to blame, no matter what. It just happens. It's human nature. So they hire someone who will take the fall if anything happens. So when their time's up, when they want to leave, they complete their contract, they can leave and take all their money they can. Hands clean. That is what, Eris's grandfather was like, in a way. Despite the demonic calamity was not his fault, and he did everything he could, he was still blamed for everything. And because of that, he was executed by Darius. Now, you notice at the end, if anyone knows, the fat guy at the end, he was smiling, and Eris's grandfather called him Scum. Oh, Scum doesn't begin to describe the words for this dude. What if I told you that Darius had a role to play with a lot of underhanded schemes that has happened, even from Eris's kidnapping? That's right, Eris's kidnapping was caused by this fat dude. A lot of other terrible things happened to other people because of this fat dude. His name is Darius. Do your research on this guy. Wiki him. He did terrible things. Well, throughout the series, though, you're noticing it because he does it without, like a politician. He does it indirectly. I'm saying you think Reese is terrible. You may think Paul is terrible. Oh, man. They got nothing on Darius. I may be hyping this guy up. He's not all that. But his political power is what gets him so dangerous. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. Darius. Terrible guy. And it sucks what happened at the end. It also showed more key characters that will play within the role of Mushoku Tensei. So in a way, it's just showing off, like, hey, This is what more the world of Rudius is yet to discover, and the characters he has yet to face, that he will soon face within his journey. So, that's all I got for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are also excited for next week's final closing chapter towards the ending of Volume 4, and we go into Volume 5, which will be very emotional. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, hit that bell icon. This has been the Madcrown on Anime. Signing out.